We hope you'll stay here for the next hour. Since launching in 2012, Georgia Gives Day has helped raise millions for the benefits of thousands of nonprofits. And here to kick off this important day of generosity is the Georgia Center for Nonprofits CEO, Karen Beaver. Hi, Karen.
Hi, so nice to be here. Thank you for having us.
I love seeing you each and every year. We say we always catch up right after Thanksgiving
That's
when
right.
we're exhausted and tired, but we have a mission today.
That's
so,
right,
yes,
we do.
Yes, tell us about Georgia Gives on Giving Tuesday.
Well, for those of you that don't know, Georgia Gives on Giving Tuesday is the state's largest day of generosity. I like to always joke around and say it's a flash mob of giving. It's a day when we can all pick a cause that we care about, that's close to our heart, find it and give a little or a lot. And today is that day.
Today is that day. I love that visual image of everyone dancing and just being kind and spreading kindness.
Right.
That's what we need
about
right now. That's right. Why is it important that people give right now on this day?
Well, I think two things. The first is nonprofits really need you right now. That has been a very stressful year with a number of shutdowns and sort of, dollar retraction. I think there's been inflation. It's affected giving. So the demand is up for folks that are, maybe have lost a job or have, have been a victim of inflation. And so they are dealing with demand, a little bit more fragility, and some dollar needs, just to keep the mission going. So that's one thing. And I think the second is about 30% of all giving happens at the end of the year. And so nonprofits really count on this time of year. And we just hope that folks reach into their heart and just understand what they're thankful for and share a little bit of that love and kindness that you talked about on this day.
And there are a lot of generous people right now that are matching donations, so your dollar can go twice as far today too, which is something important to point out. If people, you mentioned inflation and people having different needs this year.
That's right.
If people don't have a lot of money to give, can they still support Georgia Gives? What would you recommend they do today?
Absolutely. And what I want to really stress is that people always think there's somebody out there with a lot of wealth and they should give. And they're right, they should. But they also have, within their means, maybe it's just a few dollars, $5, a cup of coffee amount of dollars. That can, feed a child for a day. That can feed, a few dogs for a day, or can help with a park cleanup. So I would say that no amount is too small. It all accrues together. And there is a reason why we call it Georgia Gives Day. The community is a team sport. Right. There's no one that's exempt from it. And so if you care about your community, you care about that cause, step up with a little bit. But I think the other way that folks can really contribute, if you're very tight on funds, share a story on social media that really touched you, right, about what a nonprofit did or about a cause that you care about. Amplify the kindness in community and tell that story. Drive others to match your kindness, your cause, and give on Georgia Gives Day. And you can do that on gagives.org. You can find a cause through keyword or your zip code that is local to you, and within a few clicks you can give, or you can just research and find a group that you want to volunteer with or share a story about.
I love that you said that, because as in preparation for today, I was going to everyone's website and looking, and there are so many stories that really touch your heart, and you can find a cause that is important to you. So let's talk about the causes. What kind of causes are participating in Georgia Gives Day? What can people do to further their money?
It is really every kind of cause. I always say where there's a need, there's a nonprofit. And so if you are a person that's inclined to want to support the environment or the arts or perhaps animal welfare or seniors, literally all of those causes are on gagives.org. And again, you can keyword search that. So you could put in a term like children and your zip code, and it will pull back all of the organizations that deal with child welfare in your zip code, or you could open it up to the state and look at them all. And it really allows you to kind of filter and sort, look at those organizations. It has links into their 990, so you can see that's a tax form. So you can kind of see how they use their money, where it goes, that kind of thing. So we really try to make it very, very easy for folks to research a cause and find new ones that they give about.
We're almost out of time, but can nonprofits still sign up and participate?
They can. Okay. You can participate. You probably already have a profile on there. You just need to blow it out. That's gagives.org and hashtag Georgia Gives.
All right. Thank you for giving the social media handles. We'll hope that you'll hashtag all your Georgia Gives today. And thank you, Karen, so much for being here and
Thank
kicking
you.
off our day of giving. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And remember, Georgia Gives on Giving Tuesday is Georgia's biggest day of generosity. And viewers, like Karen just said, can go to gagives.org and search for a nonprofit by name, type, location to support Georgia nonprofits working hard to make our communities thrive and working together to make